Man, what happened? It turned to winter time. Dang it. It happens. Out here at the old stomping grounds, next to the Colorado-Utah state line. Just came down this wash. I'm gonna hike up that way. When we was on the elk hunt this year, a guy stumbled onto a real cool natural rock bridge, and I didn't even know it was out here. I've never seen it before, so I'm gonna go see if I can find it. Right here, there's an old man-made bridge. I didn't know it was here, but I'll flip this camera around and show you guys. It's kind of neat to see the old history. I have no idea how old it is. You can see right there, there's part of a stacked rock wall. You step around the corner right here. Not sure if those concrete walls were part of it or not, because you got some more right over there. To me, I would think that the original bridge was over here. I don't know, maybe it's washed out a few times. They've built a few different ones. Who knows? Like I said, I have no idea how old these are, but it's kind of a cool little find. Just walking up this wash right here, looking for mountain lion tracks. Be a good spot for a lion. Got the old red Honda. But you can see right here, there's another rock wall. But I'm gonna get up out of this drainage and go see if we can find some motivation, inspiration, and just have a beautiful day. Talk to you soon. Just hiked up out of that wash trying to catch my breath. Definitely need to go hiking a little more. But once I got up on top of here, I saw this. That whole mound right there is all rock. And then there's two rows of rocks that are probably 8 feet wide, running straight across there. Almost looks like a old sidewalk. I don't know. That's pretty cool though. Might have to bring a metal detector out here. If it is an old sidewalk, it doesn't go anywhere. I'm standing on a great big sand hill. Huh. I'd like to know how old that is. Well, I followed the map, the pin, and I think I found it. Let's go see. Oh yeah, I see it. That's pretty cool. So Gavin, if you're watching this, thanks for finding it. And thanks for sharing the pin with us. That is pretty cool. Nice. Makes you wonder how many dinosaurs walked across that thing. And who put that rock there? It's like a booby trap. That was my impersonation of a dinosaur walking across the bridge. Enjoy. All right, no more dinosaur acting today allowed. Still out here just wandering in the desert like I enjoy. Came to this spot and thought, man, if this doesn't look like an old Indian camp, I don't know what does. Awesome flat, sandy, just looks right. But I think right here I just found my first couple of chips. That's actually a little chunk of petrified wood. Huh. But this one, that is definitely an Indian chip. There's another one right there. I'm gonna go wander through there, and if I find anything cool artifact wise, I'll turn this back on and show you guys. Yeah, it's definitely a camp. It's got a bunch of little chips and stuff in it. That one there, bigger gray one. But anyways, all these rocks right here, you can see, we're all packed in here for a purpose, for a reason. They had, with all the ash I can see, or at least the dirt is a darker color, which tells me it's got ash mixed in with it. They would have had a pretty good fire pit right here. I see something, hold on. Oh, there we go. Check that out. It's a broken point right there. Notches would have been right up here. That's pretty cool. How's that for some live action? Nice. We'll put that right back there. Thank you. Anyways, I'm gonna keep looking and see what else we can find right here. It keeps going. Clear back around there. We'll see what else is here. Awesome. All right, this one's not quite live action. I saw it from a few feet away. It looks like a big preform, wasn't notched. That's pretty cool. Nice. Set it back right where it was. You can see the mark right there. Nice. Well, it's a beautiful day out here. I'm gonna keep wandering and see what else I can find. Well, just sitting here, taking a break, thinking about some things to say, maybe a little bit of, not necessarily information that could help somebody, but just a little bit of my own history and story. It's kind of it's the holiday season, and we just got done with Thanksgiving. Christmas is right around the corner, and I remember back in my days of the full-blown addiction, how tough and hard holidays were. You know, deep inside, you know, being a drug addict, you know that when you're using drugs or taking drugs, you're just numbing your natural emotions, which, like I've stated before, is the greatest gift from God, whether it's sorrow, happiness, anger, frustration, pure joy, love. You know, all of those emotions are a gift, and we get to feel them and experience them here throughout our lives. But going back to what I was saying, being in the depths of drug addiction and approaching Christmas time, you put a lot of unnecessary stress on yourself. You know, because deep inside, you know that Christmas is about family, it's about joy, love, all the beautiful things in life. But you also know that if you're not on drugs and not able to sustain not even a high, but just a level of where you're not getting sick. That holidays can be super stressful. It's like I say, we put a lot of unnecessary stress on ourselves, and this doesn't even have to deal with addiction. You know, it could be the same thing. Just somebody that's not even addicted to something, and just the stress of holiday, and maybe not feeling that joy and peace and love. And you know, that's part of life. It's what we go through. If you're feeling that way, I know it definitely helps if you reach out to someone, let them know what you're going through. Maybe tell them you're not feeling the joy that you think you should. And like I say, just talking about it helps big time with things. You know, it gets it out on the table. It allows you to share your burden with somebody else. There was many Christmases I remember, and it always seemed like there'd be a shortage of drugs around Christmas time. Why, I don't know. It was just part of the terrible cycle, the vicious game that I was in and involved with. But I remember a lot of times, I wouldn't want to go around family or loved ones unless I had my fix. Why? I don't know. You know, you didn't want to be sick, and for some reason, maybe you felt you didn't deserve to feel that joy and love. As twisted as that may sound, that's coming from the aspect and experience that I've gone through and dealt with. But what I do know at the end of the day, and something that keeps coming up in my life, and something that I feel like I need to keep sharing, is no matter how tough it gets, no matter where you're at, what you're going through, don't give up. Just keep going, please. You know, it gets better. It's always going to be a hard time. That's what life's all about, you know, is going through the struggles, persevering to the end. Don't give up. You know, that's what makes you stronger. You know, the old saying, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. But yeah, just keep going. For those that are struggling with these holidays, I'm here. You know, you can reach out to me. You can leave a comment in the video, get an open discussion going, maybe. You know, don't be afraid. That's the biggest thing. That's the thing that I fought with forever, was my own self-judgment, and just feeling like if I told somebody that I was having a hard time or something like that, you know, it made me weak, is how I felt at the time. But no, that was the drugs talking. I know better now. But I'm going to wrap it up, get out of here, get back down to the four-wheeler. It's getting dark. It's winter time. There's only so many hours of sunlight, unfortunately. But love you guys. Have a good day.